Welcome to Pinboys! In keeping with the blackest room in Virginia Beach on a Monday night, we started late. Fuck yeah! That was awesome. Thank you guys for being here, especially every single one of you. I'm really happy to see you guys. I'm happy that you guys are here. This is my favorite part of every Monday. A lot of people don't look forward to Mondays, but I do because I get to do this. So thank you for being here for that. Appreciate it. So that being said, again, I've talked about working at Nissan before and quitting Nissan before, and now I'm working there again and I'm quitting again. It is my fourth last day this year. I've left more times than my real dad and stepdad. So I just keep coming back. Something about that was, anyway, they keep paying me. But today was my last Monday, so again, I'm saying goodbye again, that they're offering me money again, and I just keep saying yes again. Okay, one more week, but then this is it. So this is my last. But I've been driving a lot more. I've been doing a lot more deliveries for them, and driving a lot more has made me angrier, or like, I want to say that it's made me more racist, but that implies that there was a level of racism that could be increased inside of me, and I don't think I've reached that point. But anyway, it's like I start stereotyping people because, like, I don't know, like, I hope you look the way that I think you do when you're driving as stupid as you are. Like, you better fucking fit the description. Like, it's worse. I don't know. Like, if somebody's doing the exact speed limit, like, I'm so pissed off that you're doing the exact speed limit, like, guarantee you're the kind of person that, like, always followed the rules, always told the teacher to make sure they check, make sure everybody turned in their homework or some shit like that. And then you're like, the evolution of it is like, you're the Karen. You can't wait to tell on somebody who's not following the rules. Like, just because I'm tailgating you and you're doing the exact speed limit means that I'm the person doing something wrong. You can't wait to pull your phone out and record me for 200 screwed. Like, just at least do 46. Like, I don't care. It's too slow. 45 is dumb. And it's making me angry, and I feel like nobody else cares as much. It just, I don't know, it's like, yeah, if you're the kind of person that does the speed limit, you definitely are a Karen. And then also, like, if you're pulling a trailer, you voted for Trump. So, if you're too afraid to, like, pull out into traffic, like merge or whatever, like, I think you let other people make decisions for you. Like, you don't have it in you to make it say, I'll just let everyone, I'll just make sure, no, let me just, it's just fucking, it's pissing me off. Like, it's just, people are so, I don't know, the worst people to me, the worst people I found on the road, the worst people, motherfuckers, it's people that, like, they're, like, it's one thing to, like, forget to turn off your blinker, like your turn signal or whatever, but if you forget to turn off your wiper blades, I think you're the worst. You should get your license taken, or you should be shot. You should be killed. Or I like to say everything that's ever made you happy should be the death of you. That's what I like to tell these people when they fucking, it just pisses me off. It's like, those are the kind of people that will complain about something they heard at a comedy show. Those are the They can't wait to pull up something that happened like in the past. So they want to bring up something old, like, hey, like the storm is over now, guys. Like you don't need that anymore. And there's all kinds of warnings. Like they're telling you don't need to use this tool except like when it's wet. Like it's letting you know you're going against it. It's like stop, like stop. And no, you got a big fucking cancel culture, like just fighting it. Like no, just stop. Like what else do I have microblades for? I don't know. Well, it's raining over there for somebody else. So stop trying to solve somebody else's problem. Like, no, it's raining. Just turn off your fucking wiper blades. I'm just saying, only use the tools when it's important, when there's actually a fucking storm. That's what I'm saying. I hate people and I hate driving. Everyone's making me angry. I'm realizing also that I get a lot of text, a lot more text messages from my wife now. I don't know. I'm just so annoyed by it, and then I get home and I'm annoyed immediately by my dog. And I think, what if my dog had a phone and could text me? Like, you're still in the driveway. It's been 17 seconds. Are you leaving? Are you coming back? Am I taking you so long? Okay, you left the driveway now. I can see that you're gone. You're definitely leaving me forever. My food bowl is empty, and this is the end of my life. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. This is goodbye, I guess, and then also good morning. I don't know. This is a lot. And I was just thinking, like, it would be cool to have your dog. There would be so many pictures, like, from the floor up of just your dog's face, like just look at this, like what's that? And like just to fuck with him, I just send him question marks, like just what's that? I go, what's that? Like I sent him pictures of food and treats and shit like that. I don't know. And then I figured it named itself, like it's a dog's iPhone. You just put it together, it's a dodgy phone. It's too easy. Obviously, I have only written jokes today. So I was thinking about, I'm like, man, I've been doing comedy, I don't know, 8 years now, I guess. I don't know. And I got back to writing jokes about traffic, and I was like, Jesus Christ, the well is drying up. The well is drying up, you guys. But that's why we're here, to keep digging deeper, to keep finding more. And I'm excited to see you guys compete against each other because somebody is going home with $25 tonight. You guys are going to pick who that is. So give it up for Pinboys for giving us $25 to let this happen. There are no restrictions and no rules. I used to say that the only rule is you gotta be funny, but every time I say that, nobody fucking follows that rule. So do the best you can, say whatever you want, do whatever you want. I'm here to have a good time, so let's have a good time. Let's put your hands together for your first comedy of the evening for Mr. Miles Ruben.
Hey man, I take offense to something you said earlier.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna speak my black mind right now, damn it. You said people that drive the speed limit are Karens.
Yes.
My nigga, I be high. Going the speed limit is the best way to avoid the police. I even cut my music down a little bit. I even play something they did, like, you know, I play some Taylor Swift and shit like that. I don't really do that shit. I can't believe y'all believe that. Oh my. How y'all doing tonight? I got a question. Make some noise if you smoke weed. Yeah. All right, okay. Now, when we were all younger, we have went through many different struggles when it comes to weed. One, finding something to smoke out of, finding some good weed, and finding a consistent weed man. Now, some weed men are like family. They always tell you when they got something fresh. Hey, man, I got the new shit, man. But I got so much of it, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and just, hey, you can get whoopie wop or whoopie wop. You like, oh shit. Hey, pull up. It's like that one cousin, that favorite cousin. That's always at the cookout. As soon as you see him, oh shit. But here's something that I and every other weed smoker have probably been through and really hate. If this happens to you as an adult, you're a fucking loser. But it goes a little something like this. You call your connect. Hey man, I need whoopie wop. Okay, shit, I'll be there about 30 minutes. Now, you know, black people, 30 minutes doesn't mean 30 minutes. 30 minutes is just how long it's gonna take for me to get ready to walk about the door. Cause see, me, I grew up around white people, so my mom taught me the importance of being on time. No applause. Y'all expect me to just be some hood on this shit. It's like, look at you. It's like you got Nike on, trying to sell clothes. Stay out of my neighborhood, but you're funny. Oh, all right. Now, back to it. Let's see, where was I at? Oh, yeah. Motherfucker comes over about an hour later. You come out of your house, you see the person in your driveway, so you do the occasional, well, the regular. All right, nigga. I appreciate you. And then the motherfucker stop you, and that's like, wait, nigga, this is the end of the transaction. What the fuck is going on? Hey, dog. Can I smoke that with you, dog? Yeah. Like, nigga, how the fuck you said? It fucked me up. I said, you ain't got no weed to smoke. He was like, oh, man. I said, you sell weed. How the fuck you out of weed? And how the fuck are you broke? I can hear your car from all the way down the street. Nobody fucking drive Corvettes at your size. Like, I'm surprised you was able to fit in the car. Like, picture the fucking whale from SpongeBob, but black, mixed with Tommy from Mark, and this motherfucker actually has a job, but he never shows up to it and shit. Yeah. Okay, y'all don't watch TV with your kids, good. Oh, man, but nah, I get the light already, nigga. Already. It be your own people. I get good. It's like, let me get this black ass tonight. You doing too fucking much. People, they came to laugh at me, motherfucker. See that? But no. The motherfucker wants to smoke the weed with you that you just bought. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Nigga, do you go to the ABC store, buy a bottle, and then if the cashier say, hey, let's start pouring some shots of that shit, you looking at that motherfucker like, Merry Christmas. Okay, that ain't hit home. This one hit home. Would you go to Popeyes and get a chicken sandwich, and once it comes through the window, from the cashier's hand to your hand, into your car, you're ready to pull off and enjoy your meal. That booty, what? Look, pickles and mayonnaise do not make a fucking chicken sandwich. I just had to say it. All right, but still, you can't let, and you're not gonna let this motherfucker look. Hey, excuse me, sir. Yeah, I ain't having lunch break yet. I'm not gonna get a bite of that sandwich. Hey man, that shit smells good as fuck, bro. You know, I'm in here cooking them, but I can't eat right now, bro. You know, can I get a? Bye. That's my time. Keep going, Possibility, everybody. Yeah. The whole fucking drug deal up here. Just acted it out and everything. Just implicated. Just, got names. Everybody say no names, nigga. And I'll check the tape. One guy's name was Nigga. I was gonna say, there's only two of us in here. They got a 50-50 shot. Hey, look, I'm the host, man. Yeah. Hey, bitch, his hair's blonde. No, you can't. I can't. No, fuck you. No. It's a hate crime if I call him a nigga. His hair is a hate crime. All right, we're just gonna get. By the way, everybody's getting 5 minutes. I guess I didn't go over that part. I'll give you the light when you have 1 minute left, since someone didn't seem to understand
that before. But yeah, now everybody knows. I didn't do that before. But what were we talking about? Hate crimes? Yeah, hate crimes. That is definitely our next comics favorite subject. Put your hands together for Mr. Anthony Perez.
Yay, hate crimes. That's not what I'm talking about. I saw this dude, real big dude, earlier today. Really big dude. In a Flash shirt. And I feel like people need to be a little more aware than that. You know what I mean? I'm not telling this guy he can't be a superhero, but like you should probably pick a Mr. Incredible shirt or, you know what I mean? Incredible Hulk. I don't know. Not the guy that's incredibly fast, because I just don't feel like it's a good matchup. Do you guys like Mission Barbecue?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You guys don't seem to like it. Do you guys hate Mission Barbecue because they do the anthem every day at noon? Is that why you guys hate Mission Barbecue? Yeah, they do. No, they do. It's not that I went there too much. It's that I went there at 11:56 one day, and I saw the manager look at the line cook. She was like, 4 minutes. And I was like, I've got to get the fuck out of here. If these people are, I'm fine with them doing the anthem, but to what extent? It sounds like at noon, they're stopping what they're doing that anthem. Even if they're plating my food, they're going to stop plating my food and let it sit there and get cold while they do the anthem. Not me. Nope. I'm not doing it. But seriously, why is that okay? I know why it's okay. Because it's America. That's why it's okay. It is. I want to test that boundary though. I want to open up an Aztec cuisine. That's what I want to open up. We're gonna do Aztec traditions, okay? In my restaurant, every day at noon, we're gonna pick a random guest in my restaurant, and we're gonna sacrifice them to the sun god. Does that sound like a good idea?
Depends on the guest.
Right. It does. I think it's gonna make Mission Barbecue step their game up. Sons of bitches, get more patriotic. How about that? I want to go into Mission Barbecue while they're doing the anthem. I want them to put on their little monitors that video them throwing Saddam in that well. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You guys good? Guy over here doesn't think it was funny. He's pro Saddam? Is that what's going on? You're not pro Saddam, right? Oh yeah? Oh Jesus Christ.
I think he said he's Asian.
Damn it. You messed me up. I was going to do an Osama bin Laden joke. You ready for it? It would probably bomb. No, I'm playing. I'm sorry. That was hacky as fuck. I'm sorry. What else do I want to do? Don't you guys hate it when something ruins the mood? Yeah? Oh, yeah. I hate it when something ruins the mood. I was getting it in with this cougar the other day. Yeah, which is cool, but cougars, they got kids that are old enough to walk in the door when you're doing the deed. Her 11-year-old walked in. Not good. Worse for him than it was for me. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not my kid. He's like, you're not my dad. You know what I mean? Like, little different. I feel like it was absolutely worse for him. I feel like the only way that could have been worse for that 11-year-old kid walking in on some random white guy dogging out his mother is if I turned around and just stuck my tongue out with a mouthful of fruit snacks and a juice box in the other hand, ruining his 3 favorite things. Would have been horrible.
Yeah.
You know what's even more horrible than that? The fact that that's not what even ruined the mood. No, we recovered from that. What ruined the mood was the fact that this chick had the audacity when we got back into it. This woman said, fuck this pussy. What? Excuse me? This. That is yours. Don't objectify yourself like that. I put my clothes on and got the fuck up out of there. You can't keep people like that around. You cannot do it. But not before making things right with her son. Because I felt I owed it to him. You know, I gotta say something to this kid. He was downstairs. Pal, right before I walked out the door, I made sure. I looked at him, I made eye contact. I said, my bad, man. And then I left. I got the right. I'm Ann Perez. Let's get your host back up here. Thank y'all so much.
Give me those one, right? Anthony Perez, everybody. That was me, Anthony. I would have walked downstairs and said to the son, oh, my bust. My mistake. But I busted. All right. Speaking of busting on people's moms, that is your next comic's favorite subject. Put your hands together for Mr. Frank McNamara.
I deliver packages for Amazon for my job.
Stop bragging.
So today I delivered to a church and it had a note that said, do not leave package unattended due to theft. And the church, they had this. It's a Catholic church. People leave their babies on the stairs of the Catholic church. There was no sign that said, please leave your baby with the receptionist. Please don't leave baby unattended. It's only for the packages. Father Callahan's all up in arms about where you put his 24-pack of macadamia nut Cliff Bars, but he doesn't give a fuck about where you put the babies. You can put them all willy-nilly. Father Callahan don't care about babies. Father Callahan's probably sexting. Leads me to my next joke. It's about sexting.
Yeah.
Been online dating. People sext now. It's a thing. Some guys will say something like, girl, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. And then they do it. And I'm like, how did you know that you were going to do that? I can't sex with that kind of confidence. What do you have, Babe Ruth's penis? You're calling your shots like that? I gotta sex realistically. I gotta be like, girl, 30% chance I fuck the shit out of you. 70% chance you're very disappointed. And 100% chance I tell you I love you and then apologize immediately. That's how I fuck. Yeah, but I am single, so I spend a lot of time at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven sucks now. It used to be called 7-Eleven because that was the hours of operation. Now it's called 7-Eleven because that's how many minutes you're going to be on the line. There's too much going on up front. People are getting full pizzas. You get stuck behind one of those lotto rats. You ever been behind one of those lotto rats? They're like doing business up there. They're like, give me 3 number 2s. Then they scratch them. And it's a whole thing. It's just a shame to see 7-Eleven go down like that. Ever since they changed the creamers, they used to have the full creamers you could pour it in. Now they have the little cups. As soon as they changed that, the whole place went to shit. Bullshit. No, but I do work for Amazon. I think sometimes I trick women into thinking I'm tall because I'm in that van. And then, like, they just see me fall out of the van basically every time. It's like a 3-second fall. Every time I get out of the van, I'm like, free fall. I have a little parachute from where I gotta get out. There it is. All right, I'm gonna try this. Yeah, it might be a little racist. I shouldn't have said that. I thought of it today. There's sounds that scare people. You know, there's like, it's scientifically proven. There's certain tones that scare people. And watch any horror movie, they know the signs, they know what kind of noise or whatever tones it is that set people off. There's one noise that really spooks me, and that's Spanish hip hop. Anytime I hear Spanish hip hop, I know some shit's about to go down. You hear that? And then yeah, that's my Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, that's why it scares me, I don't know. Okay. Thank you for confirming I should never do that again. Have a good night, everybody.
Bring back me, everybody. Very little Spanish. Very little man who knows very little Spanish. Cool. That was the worst impression of any music I've ever heard, by the way. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but I was like, if you would have told me that was supposed to be music, yeah. It sounds like a baby learning to speak. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but it was okay. It's cool. You guys ready for your next comic? I understand he was late because he was posing on a roll of paper towels. Put your hands together for Mr. Marcus Rupa.
How's everybody doing? You guys are working Monday. I'm too young to feel old. And that's what 24 years active duty service in the neighborhood do. Neighbors real good at remind you how old you are. About 40% of the sailors that work for me are born after I joined. It doesn't help that the name of my rank is Senior Chief Petty Officer. Now, when I'm at work or out of town, my sailors don't address me as Senior Chief Petty Officer, they address me as Senior. Hey, Senior, what's the plan for today? Hey, Senior, what are you doing this weekend? Hey, Senior, this. Hey, Senior, that. I get reminded about 20 or 30 times a day of this. But it's not just that. It's about time for me to go. Sailors are a lot different nowadays. It's too damn smart. In my opinion, there's two types of sailors. You got sailors that talk to you. You got sailors that don't talk to you. Now, I prefer sailors that don't talk to you. Now, I know that's bad because we need to communicate and everything, but again, they're just too damn smart. They're not as stupid as we were on our first one. We were stupid. We were okay with stupid. Stupid was our day. But it's just changed. But our couple of years I'll be retiring. Got promoted. I'll stay for a few more years. But my beautiful wife here, 21 years.
Yay!
She's always driving me, nagging me about what the hell I'm going to do after I retire. And eventually one day, I just told her, I said, hey, when I retire, I'm just going to stop working. I'm going to support you. It's time to follow your career. She looked at me. She laughed. She said, you're an idiot. You're going to work after you retire. But honey, I really don't care what job that you do. But I just don't want you to balance. Love you too, Dad. But we're also trying to figure out where the heck we're going to end up after I retire. Part of me wants to go back home to LA. And I miss it a little bit. I miss it, beaches, no traffic jams, hospitality, the conservative pace. And it's one of the last few years where marijuana's still illegal. But what I miss most about Lower Alabama is thanks. You're supposed to laugh at it.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've done this. So
Yeah.
this is
Do it. Yeah.
But anyway, so I went back home a few months ago, and a buddy of mine was having a get together, and I was hanging out at his house and hanging out in the living room there. And there was an old friend of mine. She had come walking up, and I ain't seen her in about 15, 20 years. And Michelle, she said, "Marcus Ray Wilcox, how are you doing?" I said, "Michelle, I'm doing good." So we sat down. We were just talking and reminiscing about old times and stuff. And messed up. Yeah, I was supposed to talk about the love of the South.
We don't know.
So, yeah, but anyway, so we're supposed to love the ice cream. But anyways, I'll just roll on. I gotta get to my set. So anyway, so next thing you know, she goes, so did you hear about Susie's daughter? Running on the street, she's a little hot. I said, really? I didn't hear that. So, well, you know Bobby over across town? You know, Frankie and Lisa's, he's their nephew. No, Frankie's the one that was cheating with Kim down the street. Yeah, I know Frankie. Yeah, actually, I do remember meeting Bobby at one point. I said, well, Bobby said he saw Susie's daughter messing with 3 boys in the last 2 months. That tramp. I know. Oh, wait, there's Susie. She's going, hey, Susie, how you doing? I'm doing good. So how's the family? Oh, family's good. But hey, did you hear about the middle boy? And that's what's up.
Everybody. Is your first time ever? Your first time ever doing comedy? First time ever. Give it up for me again, you guys. First time ever doing comedy. Great. Great. I'd like to say you're not the first virgin I've taken advantage of on this stage. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I would like to suggest if you are trying to figure out a job, just standing up here watching me, listening to you, I suggest you sell propane and propane accessories. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good job, man. Good job. All right. Your next coming to the stage. Very funny, man. Haven't seen him in a while. I'm always excited when he comes in. Put your hands together for Mr. Ryan Valentine.
Yeah, one more time for dude's first time. I actually just got back from Alabama myself. That shit was like different. It was cool on the way back home, like all the different states. You can tell what state you're in because like everybody like registered teams and shit. Alabama, they got all that elephant, the roll tide. They're all roll tide out there. I'm just saying, that's where I was. Montgomery, they roll tide out Montgomery, and then like Georgia, everybody had like the Georgia Bulldog shit, South Carolina, they were like Gamecocks. And then I get back to Virginia, and it was cool. So it was like Confederate flag. I've been getting like nervous to say things because of that cancel culture shit, and it's like, I don't want to be canceled, but it's getting canceled really that bad. Like, is gay face a thing? No, check it out. I'm not like hating on anybody. It's not like no hate. I'm just curious because like if I look at this gentleman and his face. He looks black. His face is black. I can tell he's black by looking at his face. Okay. That guy, he has a beard. I can tell his face has a beard. I don't want to get canceled. I'm just saying. This guy looks, older than 30. I can tell by his face. Just saying. But it's getting canceled really that bad because that country star said the N-word, and the next day they tried to cancel him, but then the day after that his sales went up like 1,000%. Huh. Yeah. Wow. Was it them Dr. Seuss books that had some racially insensitive imagery in it? Everybody tried to cancel Dr. Seuss. The next day, book sales went up 1,000%. Papa John's. Oh my God, Papa John's can't stop saying the N-word. Papa Papa John's has to go to class to stop saying it. They tried to cancel him for it. He said the N-word so much, Trinidad James tried to put him in the video. But they tried to cancel Papa John's. I know y'all remember this. And what happened? He came out with stuffed crust.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. But anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. So I'm gonna tell you, I got robbed by this gay dude, all right? And I know you're like, how can you tell he was gay? Well, just like I was saying earlier, he had a pink gun. I take Ubers sometimes around town, you know, people Uber, y'all Uber, anybody Uber, yeah, cool, Uber's cool. Ubers are different, like in the country. The Ubers are different. It's not like in the north, the Ubers and shit. Like when you get in there, you don't say shit except maybe like thank you when you're getting out. You know, that's it. And like Ubers down here in the south is like, you know, the Uber driver will talk to you, ask you about your day and shit, ask you who you are, about your family, where you work and shit. But I noticed like all around the country, all the Uber drivers say the exact same thing to it. The exact same thing to me. Sir, put your dick away!
Thank you.
Keep it going on right downtown, everybody. Ryan, put your dick away, Valentine. That's how I'm bringing you on stage. Put your hands around Brian's dick. Okay. Having too much fun. You guys having a good time out there? Everybody having a good time? Make sure you're taking care of Dave. He's got 17 kids. They're all black, but he takes care of them. He's got the Atlanta Hawks and okay. You guys ready for the next comic? She brought half the room with her. So put your hands together for Miss Kristen Howard.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. So it's been a while since I've done this. This is like my first time out in public in a while. Thank you, Tyrell, for giving me an excuse to put on my good yoga pants today. I appreciate it. I am happy to get out of the house tonight. I have 4 children, not as many as you, Dave, sorry. But I figure 4 is like 1 away from people wondering what religion I am. So mostly I'm happy to be here because I got to pee alone. And as sketchy as that bathroom is, it is way more private than my bathroom at home. So 4 kids and the oldest is 11. So basically I haven't peed alone in 11 years. And like I haven't pooped alone in 11 years. I'm not even sure I know how to do it by myself anymore. My oldest kid is in middle school, and so he's a terrible, like, dumbass. But he was flunking out of his stupid online classes, and so we had to meet with his guidance counselor. And his guidance counselor says to me, you know, being in middle school is really hard these days. Disagree. Obviously, she has no concept of my child's actual life. Because having to put away the dishes before you get to play Xbox is not exactly my idea of a hard knock life. You know, so while I'm talking to her on the outside, I have this like calm, like I care about my child face to her. And on the inside, I'm just seething. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even remember the punchline to this joke. I'm so fucking tired. It's almost past my bedtime. So thanks for starting it as early as you did, Tyler. I trash on my son a lot, but he's actually got this like really awesome sarcastic sense of humor. I tell my husband I don't know where he gets it from, but actually I do know where he gets it from. And being sarcastic myself, like chronically sarcastic, the problem with that, it does cause problems like in my marriage. But because when I'm trying to be genuine, my husband thinks I'm being passive aggressive. Whereas here's the problem. If he really knew me, he would know that I'm never passive aggressive. I'm only ever aggressive. You're trying to kill me with this fucking carpet.
He moved the other one. Yeah.
For real, I know that's all like
There was another one. There used to be two. And
Oh,
that went down to one. So now it's still.
okay, anyway, so whatever. My son, I was trash on him a lot. He's got an awesome sarcastic sense of humor. He recently was asking us to get a dog. Like, just had all these reasons why, whatever. Finally, I just had to tell him, dude, I'm sorry. I just don't like dogs. And I can't imagine myself actually living with one. And he looked me right in the eyes and he said, but Mom, you don't like kids either. So now we have a dog because that's how parenting goes, right? Surprisingly enough, I get asked all the time for parenting advice. Like, I guess people think I have 4 of them. I must know what I'm doing. But it's also because my kids are really actually very polite. And this is the trick to pretending like you're a good parent. And I'm going to give you this advice because unsolicited parenting advice is everybody's favorite type of advice. And so if you have, your kids can be total assholes. But as long as they say please and thank you and take their dishes to the sink, everybody thinks that you're doing an awesome job as a parent. But the trick is that every once in a while, I just whisper into one of their ears, hey, you're my favorite. Don't tell anybody. And so then they live up to that unfair expectation of being my favorite. So they're very well behaved. And so, like I said, I'm very tired, so I'm going to read the punchline of this to you. No, just kidding. So, but basically what I'm telling you, because Tyrell already gave me the light, basically what I'm telling you is that my children are proof that brainwashing works. There you go. The end. Not to be a Karen, but this is just a liability waiting to happen.
Probably.
All right.
Karen Howard, Kristen Howard, everybody. All I was thinking is, I wish my mom loved me enough to brainwash me. You know what I'm saying? Just wish she would have mind controlled me or something. No, it's cool. This is awesome. You guys having a good time out there? Ask that. Of course you are. Keep your hands together, but move them farther and farther apart as we welcome Mr. Mendo.
I know this is being live streamed. This is not a blackout. I'm just fat.
Yeah.
Hello, Pinboys comedy show. My name is Mendel Blake. Don't try to remember it. It's German as fuck. I am from South Carolina, which gives me the right to speak funny. I say things like y'all and him and used to could and y'all to and all those funny words. I really enjoy being Southern here in the southernmost northern state. Virginia is not the South. It's not. I don't care what y'all think. It's not. I have a really
I have a really awesome time comparing myself to from Southerners to Yankees, how we speak and everything. And I've got a really funny story to go with that. My first day in college, went to the Art Institute of Charlotte, North Carolina. My first day in college, I'm in between classes at lunchtime, and I'm out in the courtyard eating a snack. And I'm sitting out there with a friend of mine named Andy. Andy's from Jersey, had a real strong accent, Jersey. And I finished my snack, and I'm looking for the trash can. Looking for the trash can. I've got all my trash in my can. Where's the trash can? Where's the trash can? I said, oh, there it is, over yonder. Andy looks at me and goes, oh, got it. Where the hell is over yonder? I said, oh, I'm sorry. You're from Jersey, right? Yonder, anywhere away from him. Anywhere away from him. That's where yonder is at. In case you didn't know. I know that I'm not in the best shape of my life. I'm 35 years old. I'm shaped like a globe. I know that I've looked at myself in every angle and tried to figure out what I need to change. I decided to grow a beard and cover up the chin. All 9 of them. No, I mean, I look at myself in the mirror, and I get my selfie stick out, the rearview mirror on it, like I'm looking for bombs at the border. I'm looking for things, and I look myself over, and I'm like, you just gotta be confident. The self-confidence is what sells a person. Has anybody had trouble with their online dating profile? I ask it like that because I know that everybody's on something. I don't care if it's Tinder to Grindr, somebody's looking for something to get somewhere. So, us fat people, we have a hard time with dating profiles. There's never the right body description button. Okay? All right, so you get, they go from like slim, and you're like full body, thick, or husky. I ain't been husky since I was in elementary school. No, I need a Mr. Incredible button. Right? I got normal sized legs, but the under half of an iceberg for above the belt. It's awful, I know. But in spite of my looks, like I said, it's all in the confidence and personality. I have been married twice. And divorced twice, because obviously seconds is not enough. So my first wife was horrible. She was schizophrenic and manic depressive. Never heard so much laughter with tears in my life. It was ridiculous. We would be out somewhere and with our friends, and we were having a good time, and she would get to giggling. And let me pause right there and back up. Nobody warns you to date a mother. Nobody prepares you to date a mother. What they don't tell you is that a woman who's had a complicated pregnancy can have just as many accidents as the toddler she's raising. So we were having a good time, we were laughing or whatever. She pissed in my chair, y'all. And that was a one-time deal. She had to get her own chair. There was not enough towels and mops. I kept Mr. Clean in business the entire time we were together. But, I realized she probably couldn't help it. It was probably involuntary, so I just kept it in my mind. She just piddles every time she sees me, which does a lot with the self-esteem. But, I didn't swallow the newspaper, bad girl, I didn't rub her nose in it. Oh, look what you did in my chair. But, she was fine until she got out and shagged the neighbor and I put her down. That's my time. Y'all hurt yourself.
Give me go for a minute away, everybody. I've never seen so much laughter through so many tears. Keep coming back to Pinboys, man. You'll see tears, so many tears. Very few laughs. That was good. Good job, man. Good job. Only way to describe your next comic is he was hiding under your last comic shirt the whole time. Put your hands together for Mr. Jonathan Williams.
So people are really fucking stupid. And if you want to know how stupid people are, become a fucking bartender. Just serve dumbasses drinks, and they get stupider all night. Like the other night, this guy comes up to me and asks for a vodka tonic, which is the weirdest. That's like shitty on top of shitty. Which the classic is a gin and tonic. That makes sense. But as I start to pour the vodka, he's like, "No, dude, Bombay." And if you're not an alcoholic like me, Bombay is fucking gin, not vodka. So he was screaming at me because I made his order wrong, but I was pouring what the fuck he asked for. Strangle that guy. And then, I don't know why, I guess I like to hurt myself or something, or just, I took a bartending job in Ghent, and if you don't know what Ghent is, it's the collection of every liberal, proactive, anti-free this, fat-free, gluten-free, vegan this, I'm not gay, I'm she, her, Q, queer, whatever. It's all fine, but I just can't keep up with all of it. I just want to hand you a drink and you be happy. And your fucking purple, green hair, dude, guy, whatever you are. But like one guy, he was like, "Can I get a thing of ketchup?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, wait. He's like, "Do you guys use the ketchup that you know there's certain ketchup that they treat their ketchup in animal fat?" And I was like, "Well, which one doesn't?" And he's like, "Heinz." I was like, "That's the one we have. It's Heinz." Just so you know, if you ever ask stupid questions at a bar, we lie to you. Just whatever makes you happy. We're like that guy that really wants pussy when he's 19. Whatever works, baby. Come on. But the crown jewel of the fucking night. This guy walks up to me, just fucking to-go order. It's another thing. If it's a Friday night, don't fucking order to-go at a bar. We have music on and shit. We can't hear you. We don't give a fuck that you want a burger. Come in and drink like a real alcoholic. Well, no, but he orders a fucking burger, not a burger, a vegan burger. Anytime you order a vegan burger, a bald eagle dies. I'm telling you this right now. But anyway, so the guy comes in, and we like leave our fucking to-go orders up on a bar like this, and wait for you to come. Not like that. But he's just holding money, and he goes, "Cash." And I look at him and I'm like, "Yes, that's an accepted currency." And he's like, he holds it, he's like, "Cash." And I was like, "Do you want to pay in cash?" "Yes, please give me the cash so I can give you the nutrients. Like, what do you want?" And he just keeps going, "Cash." I was like, about as silent as you guys are right now. And so I fucking finally just snap, and I pick up the order. I was like, "Is this your vegan burger for Cash?" K-A-S-H. His name was fucking Cash. I was like, "Why didn't you say I'm picking up an order for cash? And why would you hold up money and say cash?" It was having like this weird who's on first fucking moment for like 3 minutes. But so the guy sits there and then he hands me the money. So I walk all like the cash are way the fuck over there. And I go up there. His total is $15.25. And I start counting the money. And it's $14. And I go back and tell him, I'm like, "Dude, it's $15.25. He's like, "Oh." I was like, "I just ordered it last night. It was $13. I was like, "Oh, I work here every night." "No, it wasn't." And he's like, already holding the box. He's like, "Well, that's all I got." And he starts walking away. And I'm like, "Dude, you gotta change your name to fucking Freddy or something. You can't call yourself Cash and be broke." Like, what the fuck? He fucking shorted me like $1.25 and ran out. So I hate people, and good night.
for Johnny Williams, everybody. And your next comic, Cash. Special appearance by Cash. He changed his name to Cash. He's like, you're gonna need it, peace. Out of here. This next comic, I don't know what we'd name him. Just everything that is wrong with America is what you'll see when you see this person. Everybody, put your hands together for a Pinboys favorite, Mr. Taylor Edwards.
Thank you, Tyrell. It's good to know I'm what's crushing our country. You know why my hair's like this? Because I'm fucking dying. Fucking losing it, all right? Because black people like you too. Black people already don't accept me. So why not just go fucking full throttle? You know what I'm saying?
Talking to the wrong guy.
White people seem to want to fuck me, so let's just lean into that. See how fucking far we can get. I'm really happy y'all came out tonight. We normally don't have a crowd, and I've never seen a group of people that I thought had a good brisket at a swingers party. I just feel like all of you can afford a Traeger. So it's like when I show up, there's just good shit there. Like just looking at you, like I just want to be a fly on the wall, guys. Listen, I'll be your like audio guy. I'll get your shit straight. Like, I'll have all like the fucking negatives of the sessions we can start having. Just get with me later. That's all I'm saying. I can work a good camera. Dude, it's gotta be intense. Is all I'm saying. 24 years in the Navy. He's been overseas and learned some shit, brought it back, and everyone was like, "Yo, Mike, dude, I don't understand why they say waterboard is so bad." That's just hot when you do it with piss, man. I've just been overthinking white people recently, I think. White people get a lot of shit recently. You know, get a bad rap. Just saying, man, you never hear good things about white people anymore. It's like white people are the new fucking pit bulls. Because they're talked about the same way pit bulls used to be and are talked about. You know. So you don't understand, man? They're good. They're good, dude. They're great. It's about how they're raised. Like, what do you expect? Like, I know they have like a long history of just like absolutely fucking shit up repeatedly. Like, no amount of fucking bad girl running that nose in the fucking piss has ever gotten through to white people. But it's about how they're raised. Cut them some slack. If you were raised on NASCAR and Mountain Dew, how do you think you turn? You know, shit's complicated in the white community. You know how hard it is to live with all the money? Like, they have problems we don't understand. We need to cut them some slack, is what I'm saying. It's hard being in charge. Tonight was fun.
Yeah.
This was a good night. This is a better night than most nights. This is definitely better than the night I decided to do this to my fucking head. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get y'all's number. Thank y'all for having me.
Here we go, Taylor Edwards, everybody. You're right, man. People don't look at the positive aspects of racism, the positive sides. I like to look at my wife, for example. She's a white woman with a nice, big old, juicy booty. And I like to call that an affirmative action act. Because black dudes been fucking white women for so long that they're just coming out of the factory with a body. You know what I mean? That's progress. Race, okay, whatever. Just fucking affirmative action. That's your thoughts. It was cool. I'm just saying, we keep it real here at Pinboys. So I'm excited to announce your next comic coming to the stage, Miss Marie Rios.
Good evening. So, I'm an Uber driver, part-time. And just like Tyrell, I don't like the drivers on Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
And the slow drivers, I try to stay in the middle lane. I try to follow the rules of the road. The middle lane is to travel. Right lane is for slow drivers, and left lane is for passing. Sometimes I'm stuck behind a slow driver in the middle lane, so I have to pass them on the right. And I glare at everybody as I'm going by. Except, I mean, you could be a grandfather, a grandmother, a teenager, I don't care. You're getting the glare. Except when I see that they're a black driver. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. I get it. Stay under the speed limit. You're fine. So I'm not from here. I moved here 8 years ago. You probably can tell from hearing me talk where I'm from. I'm from Alabama. And I'm gonna change it up a little bit because you're gonna get some middle-aged mom jokes. It's all I got. So,
Yeah.
And my kids are all adults now, but I have a million stories of when they were growing up. And one of them is when my daughter was 5 years old, I thought I was raising a serial killer. I swear to God. Her favorite TV show was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and her favorite movie was the Titanic. She watched the Titanic every day. My 7-year-old son, he would not watch it. He did not want to watch it. He would not. He'd come in the room and leave. And I finally said to him, I said, what's wrong with this movie? Why don't you want to watch it? And he says, I don't want to watch it because it was an actual event that happened when many people died, including innocent children and babies. So I was like, all right, that makes sense. It's upsetting. Not for my 5-year-old. She loved it. So one day they're running around the house and she wants to play. So she says, let's play Titanic. You be Jack and I'll be Rose. He said, no, I don't want to be Jack. I want to be the pilot of the rescue helicopter that saves everybody from the water. And she says, you can't do that. There was not a helicopter in the movie. You have to be Jack. He says, no, I don't want to be Jack. I want to be the rescue pilot. So they argue back and forth, and she's getting so mad. She literally clenches her fist and stomps her feet and screams, you can't do that! They have to die! And I'm like, what? Okay, so she's either going to be a serial killer or a very accurate history teacher.
Yeah.
And then my youngest son, he's 21 now, and he thinks he's so smart. And sometimes when I talk to him, I feel like I know nothing. So a few weeks ago, I was walking the dogs, and I saw it was a dead possum or something. But I noticed a vulture was kind of wandering around, and we walked by, and I walk them 3 times a day. So later on in the afternoon, when I was coming by again, I noticed there was a second vulture, and there was nothing left of this possum, nothing. So I started thinking about it, and I go home and I said to my son, I said, yeah, these vultures, they devoured this dead possum. I said, can you imagine? I said, when God was handing out, rules. Like, all right, you're going to be a vulture, and your job is going to be to eat everything that's dead on the earth. I said, can you imagine that? He goes, we eat dead things. I said, no, we don't. Well, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, we eat dead things. And I went, oh, yeah. Shut up. So, a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago, I don't know if you heard on the news, but this actually happened. There was a New England lobsterman that ended up in a whale's mouth. He said that he was on the news. He said that he had swum down, dived down to check on his lobster pots, and he felt a bump. And the next thing you know, he's in complete darkness. And it took him a second to realize he was in the whale's mouth. So he said the whale went up to the surface and shook his head a couple of times, and then he spit him out. I mean, he spit him out. Can you believe it? You're a guy and you can't get a whale to swallow? That's my thank you.
Keep me going for it. Marie Wolberg, everybody. I'm just thinking, make me a burger. Where'd you park the car? Yeah, somewhere in the town. That's where it's at. Fucking awesome. That was awesome. Sad news, you guys. We got one comic left. But the good news is we do this every week, so you can come back next week and enjoy the show just as much as you have tonight. But everybody, put your hands together for another Pinboys favorite, Mr. Cody Whoa!
Boys, how we doing? Hey. This is the only open mic I've ever been to that strangely feels like an AA meeting.
Go to more.
Yeah, I'm an adult now. It fucking sucks. I know. I'm just getting started. I went to public school. They taught us a lot. Not about taxes. It's my first year. I didn't get a check back from taxes. I actually owed money in taxes, which, it's cool, I guess, but fuck. Sorry, I was just thinking about all the shit I could have bought. Anyway. Weed's legal now. It's cool. Yeah. It's not cool. Weed's not legal now. Yeah. It's like probably the only law I've ever heard where it's like you can possess it, you can consume it, you can give it to your friends. Fuck, you can grow it. But if you buy it, if you sell it, it's kind of strange, It's like, I think there's a word for that. Entrapment, I believe. But I don't know. I was in DC this past weekend. Have you guys ever been to DC? You look like you're in DC. I think I saw you last January. I think you were fucking doing some crazy shit. It's cool, bro. I don't know I just fucking. DC is cool. Growing up, I thought DC was like our elegant, diplomatic older sister. Now that I actually go there, I realize she's like a cracked out ratchet cousin that loves to party. DC is different, man. The homelessness is crazy, but oddly united. It's like they have these fucking villages of tents, and like they have different tents across the city, and I don't know, it must have been the legalish weed they got there or something, but I couldn't help myself but wonder, do you think they like fight each other? Do you think they like kind of squad up and go raid the other homeless villages? Go get supplies and shit? Crackheads are built different in DC, honestly. I fucked up. I forgot that you can't go out at 2 a.m. in DC if you look like me. Yeah, me and my girl, we went to the Improv. It was great. Live comedy's back, kind of. You can really tell who's at the show. Because they have this rule, it's like you can only have your mask on if you're eating or drinking. And so there's only two people that don't have their mask on. And that's the alcoholics and, the other ones. But anyway, so we're out in the show. We get back to the hotel, and I realize I'm like, fuck, man, I'm hungry. So the only thing open is McDonald's, and well, that's not true. The only thing in a reasonable distance that I felt comfortable walking to was McDonald's. And so I placed my order, and I start walking there, and I couldn't help myself. I was like, I had ordered some of this legalish weed they got up there. They got these delivery drivers. They'll pull up to you anywhere, anytime. And, they make it sound like it's really legal, but they call you when they're like a block away. And the guy calls me, hello, and he goes, hello, I am a block away. Okay, cool. Still right away. I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, you see me? I'm in a red light. I see you. I'm going to go block down. I go, why? There's 2 polices. This shit was legal, dude. So anyway, flash forward to this moment. I couldn't help myself. I'm like, fuck, I gotta burn, dude. So I roll a little joint. I go in an alleyway. Immediately, I'm sitting there. I'm like, this McDonald's is gonna be great. And all of a sudden, I hear, what the fuck is that? I see it down the alleyway, a crackhead bouncing back and forth, kicking a can of soda, empty. I'm like, is this the fucking Walking Dead? Like, what am I?
What?
So anyway, I get halfway to McDonald's, high as fuck, and I realize it starts raining, and I realize, this isn't working. So I got all these bird scooters all around town. So I get on a bird scooter and start whipping around. I get to McDonald's, get food, I get back, and get all the way up to the room, and I realize something. I don't know what I realized. I was so high. But anyway, guys, that's my time.
Tony Moore, everybody. Yes, weed is legal. That's all I remember. We don't do that to you. Forget immediately what you're going to say. Oh, shit, I'm still standing in one spot. Anyway, you guys have a good time? You guys have a good time? Yes. That's it. That is your applause for yourself. Good job for yourself. Since 99% of the crowd performed, that's you also applauding for yourself. Good job. Pretty much everyone got at least one vote, which I love, which means everyone pretty much did a good job. The crowd enjoyed different bits and pieces of different parts of the show. So it means everybody did a good job for everybody else. So that's really good. But we did get one winner, as described by shittiest hair in the room, Mr. Taylor Edwards, everybody. Going home with $25. So look, keep coming back. We'll do it again next week. I never timed the lights right. I never timed the light coming on.
Yeah, I just went through my friends list.
That's on the YouTube. That's on the Oh, well, fucking Aiden was going to vote, but he retired. Aiden Jackson said he was asking if he could vote.
Fuck you, Aiden. You can still hear us. He like